following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Welcome back to Top Rope Reality, episode 142. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a cat.
This is part 3. Let's talk about that. And we're going to talk about this Superstar Shake-Up.
Superstar Shake-Up. Look at that. Raw. SmackDown. NXT!
Who should move? Really, should they do a shake-up again?
Should they do the shake-up this close to the last one? I mean, the latest talk was they may send some people down to NXT.
Which, if they're not doing much, is it an emotion? Not anymore, what they keep saying. But there's a few people that need to go to NXT.
There really
Most definitely.
There really is.
Like Enzo Amore.
Uh-huh.
The Ascension.
Mm-hmm.
The Colognes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. But, I mean, my thing is, don't pull people up if you're not ready to use them.
Right.
Because they said that was the whole point of having NXT available, so they wouldn't pull people up too fast, and then they pulled up people too fast.
Yeah.
Because clearly, are they doing anything with Ty Dillinger? No.
No.
So that's the one gripe I have, majorly, is Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
He's got all this
going up, and
fanfare.
then
He had all this fanfare, and then we got nothing. So, to me, you know what? Put him back on NXT if you have to. Is there some that would do better? I mean, not including Raw, SmackDown, NXT,
right.
But Kalisto needs to go to 205 Live.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, I don't know if you watched the Bring It to the Table.
I did.
They talked about Enzo going to 205 Live, and JBL said Kalisto needs to go too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the thing. These are the type of people that need to be in the writing room. Okay? And I can't remember who it was that recently did an interview talking about people that need to be writers and not producers. You know, the people like Triple H's, the people like Vince McMahon's, the people like JBL, you know, Arn Anderson, Mike Rotunda. Those are the people that need to be your writers, not your agents.
Yeah.
You know, the old school people could still have plenty of good ideas. So stuff doesn't have to be verbatim, but I mean I think that Enzo and Kalisto would definitely fare a lot better going to 205 Live.
Oh yes, I see no problem.
So those two need to go. If they do a Superstar Shake-Up,
which I hope they don't, because they just had one.
They really did just have one. So I mean it is a little close.
Yeah.
I think they just need to do a once-a-year draft and that'd be it. They need to don't call it no Superstar Shake-Up. No. But, overall...
I hope they don't do it.
Right. But if they do, there are some that could benefit from it. You know, like you said, the Ascension definitely needs to go back to NXT.
Yeah.
I think that would definitely help them. You know, and there's some that need to come up to the main roster from NXT. And so I don't know if the Superstar Shake-Up is going to cause some people to go up from NXT. But, you know... I could see, you know, Bobby Roode coming pretty soon if he loses the belt. Drew McIntyre will be coming around soon. I think Cassius Ohno's he's going to stay in NXT forever.
Thank you, sir. Asuka
needs to come up. Aleister Black would not surprise me if he comes up soon, honestly, the way they're just pushing the heck out of him. So
Sanity could be, because they could be the one who's attacking Breezango, too.
This is true. Would not shock me.
No, wouldn't shock me either.
Especially Black getting like the screen blackout and then being drug out the room and stuff like that. It just seems like stuff Sanity
Apollo Crews needs to go back down.
Yes. Because, I mean, now, I will say the Titus Worldwide thing has helped Tozawa, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's not helped Apollo Crews.
No, it hasn't.
Nothing's
so they forgot Apollo was part of Titus Worldwide.
Right.
That thing.
And it is weird to have a manager that's way taller than you.
Yeah.
for both of those guys. It's like, come on, people. And that's what they said that they were kind of afraid of doing, is having a guy be your manager that's bigger than you. But honestly, what else does Titus O'Neil have? He has a voice, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Because, he people do listen to him.
Yeah.
He's good at that, and I mean, maybe one day he'll be the next Booker T, because it's good. So, I could see him transition into a commentary role one day.
Yeah.
Maybe not be the next David Otunga. It's not a good thing.
No.
Unless you're married to Jennifer Hudson there. Hey, good for you. Just saying.
Yeah, Titus O'Neil being a wrestler,
It's kind of gone to the wayside, which is okay. They got plenty of talent on Raw. They don't really need him to wrestle, because he's just going to lose anyway.
They really don't.
And another thing, I know this is not a superstar shakeup, but, okay, you got plenty of tag teams, but there's a team that needs to be pushed now that could be possible contenders for the belts because of who they're with, and that is the Miz Taraj.
Yeah.
Make Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel tag team champions. Make them contenders. If Miz can be your Intercontinental Champion so many times, then let that the having the gold rub off on them, because they need something. They could be a legit tag team.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see that happen.
And it would be good. I mean, if Seth and Dean take it off of Cesaro and Sheamus, it's the Miz Taraj needs to take it off Seth.
It would actually make sense because they've been feuding with them anyway. Mm-hmm. That would actually make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it kind of pissed me off that they just have it in the feud. They just, okay, well, we're going to start dealing with these people. Because, like I said, that would have made more sense. But no, they're going to just throw Jason Jordan right there and win the Intercontinental title. Like,
Yeah, they should have done the 6-man thing, like you said. But yeah, they just all of a sudden Seth and Dean were like, I don't care about Miz anymore. Let's go fight Sheamus and Cesaro. Out of nowhere, you got to make things like you can transition them smoothly.
Yes,
that's okay.
SummerSlam should be the end of the feud. Then you move on to something else.
Yes, you can smoothly transition to something. You don't have to just like cut it off roughly and throw you to something else. To me, that makes no sense.
I mean, I have nothing against Jason Jordan. I see where they're going with this.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's a little quick.
But if you think about it, that's how they did Kurt Angle.
Oh, yeah.
Within the first year, he had been every major champion. Yeah. Now, is that going to happen to Jason Jordan? No. Could I, because there's not that many belts anymore. Because he was European and the Intercontinental and Tag Team and that's and the other. And then World Champion. But I could see him keeping the Intercontinental Championship for a little while.
Yeah.
So, and eventually I see Jason Jordan feuding with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Because let's say he goes on a losing streak or something. How simple would that be to blame your daddy?
And they're going to say, oh, it's been a big trick, too. I'm just saying.
I could see that, too. Where
say Stephanie Hunter's behind all this, and Jason Jordan's not really Kurt's son.
So you think that they're going to say that Stephanie and Triple H
So,
put him into it, got him to do it?
Yes.
Like, we'll make sure you get a big push if you make Kurt look like an idiot.
Yep.
I could see that happening.
Because they won't cut, which everybody's upset because when it wasn't Stephanie being the love interest, so he could fight Triple H at SummerSlam.
Well, we don't need that.
Wait to WrestleMania. They want the bigger show. Kurt Hunter at WrestleMania is a lot bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
So they could. They could make this go from SummerSlam to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They could even reveal this by the Royal Rumble that it was all fake, and then that's your build from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
So I could definitely see that happening, and it gives Jason Jordan a way to turn heel then too.
Yeah, because they mentioned, Miz brought it up about people booing him.
Booing Jason Jordan already?
Yes.
Really?
And he said, I don't care if they boo or they cheer.
Oh, we got Roman Reigns again!
I know. It's like, come on. I never heard him boo. Then they did kind of boo when he said it, though. So, like, trust me, he's not going to be the Rock, people. Sorry.
No.
But what's surprised
maybe the level of Shelton Benjamin, because he does remind me a lot of Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, he
lot.
does. What surprised me, I wish he would have won the match when Chad Gable put the ankle lock on Rusev.
Right.
Now, that would have been funny if he started using Kurt Angle's moves on SmackDown and winning matches. But it was a good match for Rusev. But
that's another one, though. That's another one. Talk about the Superstar Shakeup. Mm-hmm. If they don't do nothing with Chad Gable, do not waste him. Put him down in NXT and give him an actual push down there. Because he's a talent worth having.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't need to waste him. I think they cut that tag team off way too soon.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But, I mean, I could see this giving a lot for Jason Jordan. You know, like you said, you know, that could, I mean, honestly, that could make the new, not corporation, the Authority.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's to say Triple H and Stephanie don't show back up, and then they show that Jason Jordan was lying the whole time and it was their idea, and now he gets in that spot that Seth Rollins was in, and he is the new guy for the Authority.
And it wouldn't hurt to be around Triple H and to learn things off of
You
him.
go from learning from Kurt to going to Triple H and Stephanie, I'm like, the sky's the freaking limit at that point. But that would make a perfect transition for him. You know, that's kind of what we talk about when we talk about how to do what they did with The Rock. They wanted him cheered. He didn't get big enough, so they made him a heel. They put him in the nation, and then they put him in the corporation, and then boom, he was finally ready to turn face. That's what you could do with Jason Jordan. I'm not saying everybody's booing him right now, because they're not all booing him.
No, not right now.
But you have him be revealed as a faker, and Triple H and Stephanie be behind it.
Playing on Kurt's heartstrings, son.
Yes, that would be a huge way to turn heel, because then you have Triple H and Kurt at WrestleMania, and then obviously the next transition would be Kurt needs to face Jason Jordan.
So I don't want nobody like you, a drug kid, you know, alcoholic being my father. Are you?
Right.
You know, come on, it works itself.
It does.
You talk down to Kurt like talking down to JR now.
And then you go get booed like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So, but anyway, that's the Superstar Shake-Up. Who should go and where?
And if it happens, like I said, I hope it don't happen, but if it does, I hope they don't make up too much of a shake-up. We don't need to move Kevin and them back to Raw and put Intercontinental title here, and change up the Universal title and WWE title. You know, we don't do all that. So.
That's why you need to do once a year draft, and that's it.
Yes.
But we're going to continue on with the greatest wrestler of all time, tag team division, the GOAT. Who will be the GOAT? We're dropping 4, but here's what we got for you. We've got 11 tag teams to look at.
Yes.
We've got the Road Warriors. We've got Edge and Christian, Midnight Express, the Hardy Boys, the British Bulldogs, the Brainbusters, the Young Bucks, Demolition, New Day, Dudley Boys, and the Freebirds. And who do we have out?
We have the Hart Foundation by me. You have Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and Terry Bam Bam Gordy. You also took out the Revival. I took out the Outsiders and the Nasty Boys. You turn around and took out Paul London and Brian Kendrick, and then America's Most Wanted. I took out the Rock and Roll Express and the New Age Outlaws. You disposed of APA and the Briscoe Brothers from Ring of Honor. I took out Harlem Heat and the Steiner Brothers, and you brought in the world's greatest tag team.
So it's up to me next.
It's up to you to take out the next of our...
So it'll be me,
4.
2 for him, and then me again.
Yes.
And here we go. This is big because we're getting rid of 4. So it's like,
4,
woo,
yes.
we really got to look at this, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got 11. We're dropping 4 here. Who will be the next to go? I'm going to say the next one to leave on this list will be the British Bulldogs.
The British Bulldogs.
The British Bulldogs.
Bow, wow, bye-bye.
Bow, wow. Wow. Matilda. The old Matilda.
Copy and paste here.
Copy and paste that there onto our list.
That does not miss.
That's right. And now we're down to our top 10.
Yes, the top 10. Delete that one.
Delete. Delete, 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 delete.
The Awakening, yes.
Oh my gosh. The Awoken, Matt. What the heck is that mess?
Then we will say goodbye to the Dudley Boys.
Oh! The tag team that has the most tag title reigns of all time.
They just got 3D'd.
Oh, through a table.
Yes.
So now he has eliminated in our number 16 slot the Dudley Boys, and then he gets to eliminate the number 17 slot as well. So who shall it be?
It shall be
It's hard.
the Bucks of Young.
The Bucks of Youth, as
The Young Bucks.
Hardys would say.
Bye-bye.
Those are 3 huge tag teams in a row there.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. Huge.
We still got one more though.
Huge. Huge. So now, just to recap, because we have eliminated 3 here. So we now got the Road Warriors. We got Edge of Christian, the Midnight Express, the Hardy Boys, the Brainbusters, Demolition at New Day, and the Freebirds. We've got your top 8 at this point. So who will drop us down to the Magnificent 7, if you will?
That is true.
Who shall it be? And I'm going to eliminate. Powers of my hands. These are good ones, too.
They are.
These are the best of the best of the best of the best.
Sir, with honors, yes.
Yes, of course. And it's going to be... The New Day.
The New Day.
The New Day. Sorry, New Day. So if you look at it, it's all old school tag teams.
What does that tell you? Yes.
They were all better back then. Because, yeah, you got you got the Road Warriors, Midnight Express, the Brainbusters, and Demolition from the 80s, early 90s.
Yep.
And then you got from the Attitude Era, Edge of Christian, the Hardys, and that's it. Wow.
That is it.
Wow. Huge.
Huge.
So, we now are down to the Magnificent 7 for next time. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty on this.
Right. Magnificent 7. You're right.
You're trying to figure out what you're doing?
Yes, I am. The Magnificent 7. Yep.
And now we're going to go to the Top Rope Reality Cruiserweight Tournament in our first round.
Yep. First round, first bracket.
Boom. Still doesn't look purple from this angle.
It doesn't here.
That's weird.
Go over the matches here, folks.
Yay.
Matches and Indie Cat Hush, don't start.
Right.
Oh mercy. We have 16 matches here in the first round of the first bracket. We got Tozawa taking on Austin Aries. Ibushi taking on Oni Lorcan. Matt Sydal taking on Dalton Castle. Cody Rhodes taking on Jay Lethal. Dash Wilder taking on Ari Daivari. Mark Andrews taking on Tyler Bate. Kofi Kingston taking on Will Ospreay. Mike Kanellis taking on Tommaso Ciampa.
Then we got Jack Gallagher taking on Ricochet. Chad Gable taking on Johnny Gargano. Matt Jackson taking on Roderick Strong. TJP taking on Alex Shelley. Noam Dar taking on Scott Dawson. Rich Swann taking on Mustafa Ali. And then Neville taking on Zack Sabre Jr. That's a big one. And finally, in the top 16 matches here, we got Enzo taking on Hideo Itami.
Hey.
Big matches here. Big matches. So we start with number 1.
So number 1.
With Tozawa taking on Austin Aries, and your winner advancing to a later on round will be Tozawa.
Wow.
Huge victory.
Yes.
Huge victory.
Ha! Ha!
Yeah,
ha,
that's
ha.
weird. Kind of getting over, kind of not. I don't know.
Yes.
Kind of hard to tell.
Kota Ibushi will pick up the win over Oni Lorcan.
Yes. Old Biff Busick.
Yes.
Yes, and then we've got Matt Sydal taking a huge loss to Dalton Castle. That's a big win for Dalton.
Yes. We have Ring of Honor champion versus former Ring of Honor champion as Cody Rhodes will pick up the win over Jay Lethal.
Wow. Big victory there.
Yes.
And then we've got Dash Wilder picking up a singles victory against Ari Daivari. It's a big boy, though.
Yes. Our next match, Mark Andrews and Tyler Bate. I think we've seen.
We have seen that.
We have seen this before. Yes, we have seen it before. And Tyler Bate takes the win.
We've got Kofi Kingston getting a big-time loss against Will Ospreay. Well, it would be a great match to see, though.
Yes. We have Mike Kanellis and the Power of Love taking a defeat from Tommaso Ciampa.
Yes, the Sicilian something or another.
Psycho.
That's the word for it. I almost want to say killer, but I was like, that didn't sound right. Jack Gallagher taking a major loss against Ricochet. Another very good match.
we have Chad Gable picking up a huge win over Johnny. Huh?
That would be big.
Over Johnny Gargano. Yes, it would be.
Yeah, so Johnny Wrestling losing to Chad Gable. And then we have Roderick Strong getting a big-time victory against one half of the Bucks of Youth,
yes,
Matt Jackson.
TJP picks up a win over Alex Shelley.
Noam Dar picks up a win over one half of the Revival, Scott Dawson.
Rich Swann finds a way to beat Mustafa Ali.
And then Neville taking a major loss against Zack Sabre Jr.
And the last match of round one, first round of the bracket one, Enzo Amore finds defeat at the hands of Hideo Itami.
Because he wants respect.
Yes. So those are matches are set next week. We'll continue the first round with bracket 2 of our next
Another
season.
16.
Yes. Well, let's move on now to our pay-per-views as we talk about SummerSlam. What matches have officially been announced? And NXT Takeover Brooklyn number 3. Which matches have officially been announced?
Yes.
So for SummerSlam we have, of course, the Fatal 4-Way. With Brock the champion taking on Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Braun Strowman. Now the little catch: if Brock loses, him and Paul Heyman are gone from the WWE.
Makes it seem like he's not going to lose then.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You know what they'll probably do is if he retains, and he'll just beat Joe for it.
But Paul is pushing for Joe to win.
Why would he push for Joe to win if he's with Brock?
He wants Joe. I mean, he's pushing for Joe to win.
Shouldn't
He likes Joe.
Shouldn't he push for Brock to win?
He ain't worried about Brock. He knows Brock's making the money. I'm just saying, if Brock goes away to do the UFC thing, if somebody's going to take the title, he wants Joe to take the title. You see what I'm saying? It's Paul Heyman the man, not Paul Heyman the character.
Gotcha.
Yes.
But how interesting would it be if Paul Heyman the character turned on Brock in the match and went to someone new?
That would be different, because Brock go off and do his thing, and Paul can still be on TV.
Because if Paul was with either Braun or Joe, that would be huge.
Yeah.
And they treat them correctly, not like they've done with Cesaro and Curtis Axel and Ryback. Up next, we've got Jinder Mahal defending his WWE Championship. And I'm just saying, I think they've done very well with him as a champion.
Yeah, they have very well.
They have definitely turned people's eye away from him being a jobber back in the day. Yeah. And he will be taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, and kind of doing predictions now, kind of not, but I kind of see Nakamura winning, and then a certain person probably cashing in.
Yeah, that smells of that.
Yes, because I mean they've already been feuding. Baron Corbin feels like he can already defeat Nakamura, so why not do it when Nakamura's tired?
And Nakamura attacked. Baron Corbin attacked Nakamura after the camera went off when they switched over to the network. When they come on, it was already beat down in the ring and beat down Nakamura, and then John Cena come back to make the save and put Corbin through a table.
It makes nothing but sense. You know what I'm saying? And then that of course sets up really a triple threat because Mahal needs to get his rematch. Nakamura deserves his rematch because they're both former champions.
Through the wintertime.
There you go.
They'll get who they want in place by time for WrestleMania.
Exactly.
So. Up next, we have the U.S. Championship match.
The predictions got this wrong. We talked about this last time. Because they were talking about it being AJ Styles taking on Chris Jericho, but Chris Jericho's a one-time thing.
Yep, just like great colleague.
Yeah, thank God. And then they were talking about Kevin Owens taking on Shane McMahon, and they kind of combined those two matches together.
Well, they were confronting each other. There were some tables over there next to him. I said, "Oh Lord, he's fixing to powerbomb through a table."
Yeah, which I still think they're leading to Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. But that's why I asked you when the SmackDown pay-per-view would be, because maybe that's what they're leading to, is maybe Shane here in this match as AJ takes on Kevin Owens. Shane ends up, AJ retains.
Right.
Kevin Owens blames Shane McMahon. He beats the tar out of Shane after the match, and that leads to them two at the next SmackDown pay-per-view.
That could be it, yeah.
So, to me, what other reason would Shane need to be in the match for,
Either they're going to be...
Because he can't... Because Daniel could be a referee, but he can't take a bump.
No.
So you'd have, if there's a bump involved, the ref needs to be shamed.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think that Kevin's going to beat the tar out of him, and then that leads to their match.
And you can stick a heel Chad Gable up against AJ.
That would be a good match.
Because he gets tired of losing here.
There you go. All the attention being on his former partner.
That's right. Every time he's asked about Jason Jordan, hey, Jason Jordan's on Raw. Hey, what you talking about me?
Right.
How to get to you. Well, next we have the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship as Naomi will defend against Natalya. I'm looking at Natalya to pick up the win here for one last run for her as Women's Champion. What do you think? Naomi and Natalya?
You think Natalya will get it?
Yes, I think Natalya's going to get it.
Even though they just changed the belt to all the...
Don't make no difference. That's when you least likely things are going to change.
True. And hopefully they don't keep it like they did with John Cena's spinner belts.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully they change it back to the normal Women's Championship.
Yes.
I know they wanted to look different from the Raw one, but guess what? It's blue. That's what makes it different. But yeah, I can see Natalya get it and have that one final run. I mean, she's definitely getting older. But then we've got the WWE Raw Women's Championship, which is still kind of in there right now.
Right.
But as of right now, scheduled Alexa Bliss. By the time you watch this, it may be changed because Monday Night Raw will already have aired.
Right.
But Alexa Bliss taking on Bayley, but Bayley did have what they make sound like a legit injury. Mm-hmm. But I still think it's rigged.
Yeah.
It's fake, people. I think it's planned in the storyline, but they're saying Bayley has a bad shoulder injury. Which, didn't she have a shoulder injury before?
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I think it's set up.
Well, we have the Cruiserweight title match. I mean, Neville defended his title against Tozawa.
And in my opinion, here's my opinion on this.
What's your opinion?
If Tozawa does not win the belt here, which you know will be in the pre-show, because they can't seem to put him on the pay-per-view.
No.
I believe if Tozawa does not win the belt here, which he needs to, in my humble opinion, he needs to win it. Mm-hmm. If he does not, he needs to be done pursuing the title.
For right now, yeah.
Because I'm just saying, he's... every person that they put in front of Neville, he's defeated them multiple times. Mm-hmm. And then you move on to the next person. Right. He's running out of legit contenders. And then that's where Aleister Black shows up. Because what's to say Aleister Black doesn't show up at the at Raw after TakeOver?
There's no... I know.
And then he goes right after Neville. Don't let him debut on 205 Live. Let him debut on Raw.
Yeah.
Let him debut on Raw, attack Neville. The lights go down. He comes up from the floor. He attacks Neville. And then that might get you a little peek of interest to watch 205 Live.
A little peek.
A little peek of interest. But if they're not going to have Aleister Black come in and go after Neville, which they have some history, because if you remember during the UK tournament thing,
they wrestled
the
each other.
two of them wrestled because he used his other name, Tommy End. Mm-hmm. So if they're not going to go that route, Tozawa needs to get the belt.
Yeah,
he's the most over face they have besides Gallagher.
Right.
And I don't see Gallagher going after...
No, he's dealing with Brian Kinder right now.
Right. So Tozawa needs the belt.
Oh, yeah.
They need to capitalize on him being the most over face they have.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So, I agree that there's money in the chase,
I agree with you both ways. If Tozawa don't get it now, he needs to step out of the way.
He does.
So it's either SummerSlam or move on, let somebody else try.
But I mean, the sad thing is, with that Cruiserweight division, there's only so high you can go up.
Oh, yeah.
And with Neville having a stronghold like Hulk Hogan did in the 80s, there's nothing for those Cruiserweights, really. And I mean, I think you think about a tag team division, okay, if the Cruiserweights are a part of Raw, then why not put someone like Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik, the two masked ones that never get used, make them a tag team and go after the belts?
Or make a Cruiserweight tag team titles.
Right, they got plenty of Cruiserweights.
They got plenty of Cruiserweights, sure about that.
And that'll be another belt to fight for, because clearly they ain't all going for the actual Cruiserweight title.
I guess those people,
Anyway.
Randy Orton takes on Rusev. That's kind of thrown together here at the last moment.
It was a little thrown together because Rusev got on the mic and said, nobody else can defeat me, I've beat everybody. And then Randy's like, you hadn't beat me yet.
Yeah, so we figure Randy's going to win this match. If he doesn't, that's good. That means he's doing the job.
He might be doing the job, but here's the thing. I mean, it does make Rusev look bad because he loses to John Cena and Randy Orton back to back.
Right.
Because he lost the flag match.
But he lost the flag match. So
he lost the flag match, which is not getting pinned.
Nope.
But at the same time, he did lose a match.
Right.
It goes down as an L right next to your name.
It does.
Now, with Randy Orton, in my opinion, if he's not filming any movies right now, which I think he's done, then he needs the win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because now, if Baron Corbin does cash in, and which is not one that it may already be official. I don't know what's going on. I thought they announced over the weekend for John Cena versus not on there.
Seen it.
I thought it was already announced official. But anyway, with John Cena and Baron Corbin going for each other, then Randy Orton, in my opinion, needs to get this victory over Rusev because you need as many top faces available for Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
Just like with Jinder Mahal, you had good faces for him. You had Randy Orton, and now you got Nakamura, stuff like that. So you need legit contenders, and Randy Orton's a legit contender who, if I'm not mistaken, has a little history with Baron Corbin. I don't remember if they do or not, but I thought they've had a little interactions. But Randy Orton needs to get his victory back anyway by beating Rusev because he lost, 3 times against Jinder Mahal?
3, yes.
So if you lose to Jinder Mahal 3 times and lose to Rusev at SummerSlam, it doesn't look good for him.
No.
And in my opinion, if they're going to go with Baron Corbin, now if they go with Nakamura as the champion, sure, let Rusev win. Because that's a legit contender for Nakamura being a heel. But Randy Orton as a face, he needs to win if he's going to be a contender for the title.
Oh, yeah.
And with not that many contenders on SmackDown, he's going to stay in the mix because of AJ and Owens staying in the U.S. title division.
Right.
So, which is good that those two can drop down like that into the U.S. title picture and it not hurt their standing with the company. They're still the two of the top guys, but you don't have to be included in the title picture to still be top guys.
You can be right there. The next thing you know, you can jump right up and back.
Right. Because it used to be if you were the second tier champion, that made you a contender for the title anyway.
Yeah, you're always a number 1 contender.
Right. Which is not like how it is now.
Not anymore, no.
But
we also have the New Day to defend their titles against the Usos. Because the Usos rock.
Stupid. New Day will retain.
Yes, they will.
So we don't have anything for the Raw Tag Team titles yet.
Not yet.
Who are the Raw Tag Team champions?
Cesaro and Sheamus.
That's right. So we're getting Seth and
Dean. Yes.
And then they should announce Miz versus Jason Jordan here pretty soon.
Yeah.
But we've also got NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3. We are talking
John
about
and Baron Corbin, the Raw Tag Team titles, the Raw Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
That's 3 more matches there.
Because that's 8 right there. 9, 10, 11. I think they're only 13 and 3 will be on the pre-show, at least.
Yeah.
But we got NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, since we're only talking about what's already official. We've got Bobby Roode taking on Drew McIntyre for the NXT Championship. I see Drew McIntyre winning the belt. It's a TakeOver event. Big things happen at TakeOver. Bobby Roode's had the belt for a while. I see. This is just me, because I know we're going over our time.
Yeah, we're going over our time.
But this is big stuff. I see Roderick Strong interfering, causing the distraction for Bobby Roode, because I see we don't use blood anymore, but a blood style feud between Bobby Roode, Roderick Strong, because I don't know if you watched the last NXT or not.
Not yet, no.
Okay, but Bobby Roode was doing an interview, and Roderick came in and tried to attack him during the interview, and they had NXT guys pull him back, and William Regal's like, this is not how you do this. And Roderick Strong, well, he disrespected my family. What else do you want me to do? No. Regal, just tell me what I need to do. I've got to do something. I would not be a man if I did not defend my family. Okay, there you go. Make him lose the belt, and now you got Bobby Roode versus Roderick Strong for respect at this point, so Roderick Strong can get a victory over Bobby Roode. Because Roderick Strong's not going to win the championship. No. Drew McIntyre, however, will win the championship. So that sets that up, and that could even set up a triple threat, because Bobby Roode gets the rematch, but Roderick Strong deserves to be in there too because he's feuding with Bobby Roode. So you have a triple threat.
What if Roderick Strong, Roode keeps the title this time because of Strong gets Drew disqualified?
a disqualification.
If he runs in and
attacks Rude, yeah.
Yes.
If he just distracts Rude, Drew wins. Clean, boom, and boom. But if he actually runs in...
Either way. They could push us out a little longer.
But if he runs in and beats the tar out of Rude, then Drew loses by disqualification. Then that does set up a triple threat. Because now Drew's pissed off at Roderick Strong.
Yes.
Now you got a triple threat. And then that's where Drew could win it there. Because...
I think we're getting a triple threat anyway. If it's not the next takeover, between this takeover and the next takeover in November, we'll get a triple threat.
But either way, I think this match right here will be phenomenal, though.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, Drew being champion is coming in the near future. Whether you want to believe it or not, Drew will be the next champion.
Yes.
So,
definitely.
We have the NXT Women's Championship.
We have Asuka, the longest reigning champion
of all time.
Yeah. Other
than Hogan, Bruno, and
Fabulous
Moolah.
Yeah.
More than all three of them.
Yeah. She's taking on Ember Moon.
Which is weird of all the people they gave that to her. They gave that distinction to her. Which is very odd. But very interesting. Yeah. I think it's time for Ember to get the belt. It's definitely more than time. She's broke all those records, so it's definitely time for Ember to get the belt. Asuka to move on.
Yes.
And then we've got the tag team title match. Do we know who's going to be where? Because, yes, Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf of Sanity are the ones that have been going after the Authors of Pain. But if you've watched any of the... Before Eric Young had to be out, his mother did pass away. Condolences to him and his family. But Eric Young and Alexander Wolf were a tag team, and Killian Dane had been doing singles matches. So, can we get Eric Young thrown into the match and Killian Dane not be in it?
Could be, yeah.
And at that point, I could see Authors of Pain losing the tag team titles. Put a tag team title on Eric Young, I could see that happening. With that form of sanity, maybe not. But with the talk of maybe moving people around, Authors of Pain, if they come up to the main roster, they better doggone have Paul Ellering, because that's the only thing working for them.
Yes.
Because if they're by themselves, oh goodness, man.
Yeah, we're going to do another one of those, yes.
So, I could see the Sanity winning the belt this time around. You don't want the championships to all change hands on NXT.
No.
So, they may pull this out longer because this is their first time facing each other. Maybe they do have Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf this time around, and when they do win it...
By count out.
Yeah. But when they do win it, Eric Young is put into it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So they could do some length with this because this is their first match against each other.
Oh, let's have Johnny Gargano taking on Andre Almos with his new girlfriend,
Selena Vega.
Yes.
Who is
Austin Aries'
real life girlfriend. Yes. Now I can't remember her other name. Thea Trinidad.
Yes,
that's what it is.
Yes.
Johnny Gargano
should win.
Should win, but at the same time, they're now pushing Almost again. But Johnny Gargano just came back, and they're building him up for when Ciampa comes back. So, in my opinion, he should go on a winning streak.
Yeah.
So.
Or will we get some music played? Ciampa's name shows up on the screen. He thinks it's coming out, and that gives
Almost the win.
To the roll up. Yeah.
There you go. Then we have Aleister Black taking on Hideo Itami instead of Hideo Itami taking on Cassius Ohno again. So Cassius Ohno just gets thrown out to the pastures. And we don't...
Throw the baby out with the bathwater there.
To me, they didn't finish the feud.
No, they didn't. We thought it'd be here. Takeover.
But I don't know if you... Because you didn't watch it.
No, I didn't watch it.
But Hideo Itami was doing an interview, and then they said, hey, we got to go back to the ring right now. And he's like, oh, heck no. So he grabbed the microphone from the interview lady, and he walked out to the ring and started talking in Japanese and all this kind of stuff. And then the lights went out. Aleister Black was making his entrance for his match against Kyle O'Reilly, and he come out, and then Tommy in his little loafer, weird-looking shoes he always wears, he goes to walk away, acts like he's going to walk away, and then he comes to run back, and he gets hit with the blackout thing. He hits him one time with that swift kick, and the Tommy's down. So now Tommy does have an argument.
He does.
You know, that's why they went with this, but I still think they should have finished Tommy and Cassius Ohno. But Aleister Black's going to win this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason why not. I mean, Tommy's been losing, and he's getting more and more angry, and this is only helping his character to lose at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a Tommy picking unless he cheats, and that'd be kind of weird. But hey, you never know. Never know. And where do the Red Dragons fit in here? Do they show up? Do they have anything? Who's going to be at ringside?
Well, maybe they'll be at ringside sitting together.
Yeah, that would get questioned. I mean, we know, but they can still question the thing, you know.
Right.
Especially if they're there during the Aleister Black match.
Right. Or if they're both sitting together with alcohol. Ooh, they're all three sitting together.
And they jump in there and they attack Aleister Black.
Hey, that's a way to make a statement.
That is a way to make a statement, yeah.
It'll be very interesting. But that is, we did really good on part 1 and part 2 with our time.
Yes, we did.
So we just took that extra time and threw it onto this
Threw it out the window, yes.
But up next in part 4, we have the list.
That does not miss.
As we are almost done with the 10 new tag teams that failed miserably in WWE.
Yep, we're number 2 this time.
And then we have the 10 most unlikely main event acts in WWE history.
Number 5.
And then we're going to continue talking about the 10 backstage stories about what really happened the night of the Montreal Screwjob.
Pat Patterson, here we come.
Yes.
See what old Patty Pat has to say.
He was kept in a very dark closet.
He was.
Yes, he was.
Put Pat back in the closet.
Like put an Indian in a cupboard.
Yes,
anyway.
I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Carter.
We'll see you in a few clicks. So wrong. So wrong.